Welcome to Pete and Hannah's Watch List. I'm your host, Pete Mitchell. I'm here with my great co-host, Hannah.
Hello, people.
Hannah, we're here today for AFI Redux, where we're trying to figure out the best AFI list. And we're going back through all the AFI lists to create the ultimate list. Today, it is all about Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Hannah, have you watched this movie before?
Nope.
It is directed by the great Steven Spielberg.
That's right.
And it is movie number 65 on the original list. So we'll go into that today.
That's crazy, yeah.
Sorry, 64. 64 on the original list. This movie directed, written by Steven Spielberg. Produced by the Phillipses, Julia and Michael. They worked on The Sting, which ended up winning them an Academy Award. Stars the great Richard Dreyfuss, who had a great year. Ended up winning Best Actor, not for this role, but for The Goodbye Girl. Terry Garr, long-term. She's just one of those girls, you know.
Definitely heard the name before.
Great comedic actress. She's also starred in a great movie with Richard Dreyfuss in Let It Ride.
Yes.
Which is one of the all-time cult classics. Melinda Dillon is in this movie, and Francois Truffaut, famous director of the new wave cinema in France. Vilmos Sigismond, great cinematographer from the 1970s, helped bring in the new wave in America. Long-term collaborator with Steven Spielberg, Michael Kahn, did the editing. John Williams, also a long-term collaborator, did the music. Huge year for John Williams this year.
Yeah.
We'll go into that in a sec. Columbia Pictures and EMI Films distributed. Release date was November 16th, 1977. Goes for 135 minutes. We end up watching the director's cut, which goes for 137 minutes on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Country was United States. Budget was $19.4 million, and it was a box office success. Let's go look at...
Tell me that year.
Yeah, let's go top 10. Semi-Tough.
Okay.
Annie Hall.
Terrible.
Oh God.
Okay.
The Spy Who Loved Me.
Yeah.
The Deep, which is the follow-up book to Jaws.
Oh.
A Bridge Too Far. Saturday Night Fever.
Oh, yes.
Absolute massive hit. Close Encounters of the Third Kind was the third highest grossing movie of the year. Smokey and the Bandit.
Classic.
Number 2. And Star Wars, A New Hope. I'm pretty sure that was our 1 and 2 picks from our
it was.
championship belt holder. So
I picked Star Wars and you picked Smokey.
We'll come back to Star Wars because we've already covered that on the AFI, but we'll cover it when
Big year for space.
we go into the Oscars for that year. Right.
Tell me about this film.
64 on the list. We watched it on Amazon Prime, and research was through the DVD extras. The elevator pitch.
Okay, how do you explain
Close Encounters of the Third Kind is the impact of aliens coming down to Earth, and
one man's quest to.
It wouldn't be one man's quest. There's a few people.
There's a few people, but you follow one man's quest to
definitely follow one man's quest
to just discover the truth.
Yeah, definitely
the truth about aliens.
Okay, let's talk about. We talked about him many times on the
Steven Spielberg.
Right?
I mean, he has many films that are on the AFI Top 100 list.
This was replaced by Saving Private Ryan, which we both love.
Yes, it's definitely
Jaws, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Jaws, Raiders,
E.T.
E.T. and Schindler's
List.
I mean,
amazing.
It's crazy that he has so many that make it onto the list, but they're all so wildly different and important in their own ways.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Steven Spielberg, he got inspiration for this movie from his own childhood. There's a great documentary about Steven Spielberg, and they go a lot into this, and it's he talks about when him and his father saw a meteor shower in New York, New Jersey, and they go into a lot of this in this documentary. So if you haven't seen the Steven Spielberg documentary, I think it's on HBO Max. It's really good. It is a really good documentary about a filmmaker, and he's inspirations. Inspirations. He considered doing a documentary or a low budget feature film on UFOs, but he came off the success of Jaws. This is his follow-up movie to Jaws.
So you've got to make another blockbuster.
So he did Sugarland Express, then he did Jaws, and then he did this movie. And so he took it to, he got a deal with Columbia, got Julia and Michael Phillips to sign on as producers, who had a great track record, and he took it to,
new heights. Basically.
New heights. He used his a good friend of his, Paul Schrader, to help write the script. Paul Schrader helped write Taxi Driver, and he was going to work on this before Jaws, but ended up doing Jaws before this, and then so he came back to this movie. So I
think it's a good choice.
Yeah, well, it worked out, didn't it?
It does. I think it works out because when you have a year of Star Wars, you have another space movie to compete, which is great. A lot of people like to watch similar movies.
So in the meantime, Schrader and Spielberg had a falling out, and John Hill came on to rewrite, and he found it hard to identify with men in uniform, and so he wanted an everyday feel. So that's how Richard Dreyfuss's character became sort of like a municipal worker.
Yeah.
So he had many people rewrite the script, so you can see there's like tears in your script, and so
because they at the start of this film focuses on the scientists who discover the
Bermuda Triangle sort of situation,
and like you think, oh, these are going to be our main characters, but are not, and it's a different film. Certainly.
Okay, so principal photography started in May 16th, 1967, and Spielberg did not want to do any location shooting because of the negative experience he had on Jaws. So he shot Close Encounters entirely on sound stages. He was scarred by Jaws. If you watch that documentary, he goes into the scarring of that. He thought he was never going to get work again, especially because he wanted to do this film because it was such a personal film. And later he said that there's a lot of comparisons between his character, Richard Dreyfuss's character, and his father. So it was sort of his point of view, which that point of view changed because if you've watched The Fabelmans, it's changed.
It's changed. Yeah, definitely.
As you get older, you realize a little. Yeah.
No.
The cinematographer said during shooting that Spielberg got more ideas by watching films every night, which in turn extended the production. He previously turned down the chance to work on Jaws. Yeah. But in her 1991 book, You'll Never Eat Lunch in This Town Again, Julia Phillips wrote highly profane remarks about Spielberg, Sigismond, and Truffaut because she was fired post-production due to a cocaine addiction. Phillips blamed it on Spielberg being a perfectionist. That sounds like fun. That's set.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yep. Douglas Trombone, he was the visual effects supervisor. He did a great job for 1977. This movie looks great when it comes to visual effects. Callum Rambardi designed the extraterrestrials, which probably is a bit of a letdown. Trombone joked that the visual effects budget of $3.3 million could have been used to produce an additional film. He worked lead to advances in motion control photography. It's funny how these movies look pretty much better than what, even though the technology's improved so much.
I think it comes down to something like lighting and also directing, because people decide how Steven Spielberg shoots this movie a lot is that you can't see things. And it's really interesting, especially with the aliens, because you don't really want to see them because you'll realize it's just like a kid in an alien mask. So it's really nice how a lot of the time it comes down to lighting and shooting. And so it's an important thing.
And it's the problem-solving thing of these guys.
Yeah, because like with Jaws, I can't use the shark all the time, so I've got to shoot it a different way. Same with this movie.
So I said Michael Kahn was a long-term collaborator. They'd worked on every single movie, bar one since this one. This is their first collaboration as editor and film. So every bar one of his films, it's an amazing collaboration.
Yeah.
After Jaws, John Williams got hired to do this one as well. And he wrote more than 300 examples of the 5-tone motif, the famous dun, 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 that one.
That's
Spielberg called Williams' work When You Wish Upon a Star meets science fiction. Spielberg's love for John Williams is...
He has a love affair for that guy. And it's understandable because they have a great working partnership, I would say.
Yes.
Like, it's an extensively great working partnership.
Yeah. Let's go through the actors. So Richard Dreyfuss is Roy Neary, which is the electrical lineman that works for the municipal county in Indiana. Originally, Steve McQueen was the first choice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
McQueen was impressed by the script, although he said he was not right for the role because he was unable to cry on cue. James Caan, Dustin Hoffman, Al Pacino, and Gene Hackman all turned the role down. Robert De Niro was also considered. Jack Nicholson declined because of scheduling conflicts. Spielberg explained that when filming Jaws, Dreyfuss talked me into casting him. So there you go.
Wow. That was
Richard Dreyfuss, underrated actor. He is.
Sure, yeah.
He's great in Jaws. He's good in this as well. And he's good in The Goodbye Girl, who he won an Academy Award for, which, he he critiqued all the other actors that were up for the roles. He said, Al Pacino has no sense of humor. Jack Nicholson is too crazy. So you need to cast me. Love Dreyfuss. He's so good. Francis Truffaut, who played Claude Lacombe, the French government scientist in charge of UFO-related activities, was based on a real-life person, Jacques Vallée.
Yeah.
So Gerard Depardieu was up for this role as well. Jean-Louis Trintignant and Lino Venture all considered for the role. But as a film director, Spielberg loved Truffaut. And he wanted him in the movie so he could spend free time with him. So,
Obviously.
Truffaut used his free time to write the script for The Man Who Loved a Woman. He also worked on the novel The Actor, which he abandoned. He died a few years after this movie. I think it was 1984 he died. So, yeah. Terry Garr is the wife of Ronnie Neary. First considered for this role, Meryl Streep and Amy Irvine, which Steven Spielberg was married to. Melinda Dillon, she was cast originally as Ronnie, but then they got moved over to Gillian. Hal Ashby, who worked with Dillon on Bound for Glory, suggested her for the part for Steven Spielberg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyone else of note? Carrie Guffey, who played Barry Gillian's son. Spielberg conducted a series of method acting techniques to help Guffey, who was cast when he was just 3 years old.
Yeah, it's really hard with kids.
Yeah.
But it works. Like, I think he also had...
Spielberg's got a great relationship with kids.
Yeah, E.T. will also
Drew Barrymore.
shows that.
Loves Drew Barrymore. Yeah.
I mean, Hook is amazing.
Whoa.
There's a little kid to
Hannah, Hook is amazing.
Hook is amazing.
Wow, that is the understatement of the year from Hannah.
Hook is amazing.
I know we've talked about John Williams so much, but just to pull out this, which is iconic theme, and Star Wars.
And Star Wars.
Wow, man. Jeez.
I mean, there's a reason he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Like, when it comes to themes. And this theme, if you put this theme in Star Wars, they are different. Like, you'd worry sometimes that, his work, like, starts to repeat itself, but he does somehow find to make everything unique to the film itself and become classics in their own right. And so, I think he did a pretty good job. He did an amazing job in Star Wars, though. Yeah. I think he put there's a lot of flavor over there. It's cool here too, but Star Wars definitely better. Music-wise.
So when he went inside the Actors Studio, James Lipton suggested Close Encounters as another more impersonal theme for Spielberg. Your father was computer engineer, your mother was concert pianist, And when the spaceship lands, they make music together on the computer, suggesting Roy Neary's boarding the spaceship represents the wish to be reunited with his parents. The director had not consciously intended this aspect, but in the 2005 interview, Spielberg stated that he had made Close Encounters when he did not have children. And if he was making it today, he never would have had Roy leave his family.
Yeah.
But he did that because he thought his father left his family.
Yeah.
So
yeah. It's like when they emotionally leave the relationship and then they leave the family. It's like they chose that, and in this movie, he chooses to leave at the end.
Yeah, it's a different movie if he doesn't leave.
Without any thought of his family.
Yep.
He just I gotta do this thing.
Yep, you can definitely tell it was written by a guy that didn't have a family.
And had major issues with it.
Charlene Engel observed that Close Encounters suggests that humankind has reached the point where it is ready to enter the community of the cosmos. While its computer, which makes the final musical conversation with the extraterrestrial guest possible, the character says bringing Neary to make his way to Devil's Tower had little to do with technical expertise or computer literacy. These are virtues taught in schools that will be evolved in the 21st century. So, yeah. Critics like this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, as from a critic's perspective and a director's perspective, oh my god, it's Steven Spielberg. He can't do anything wrong really.
Yep.
Directing wise, but it just and especially with this year where you have things like Star Wars, this is a great Star Wars and this. You want movies that kind of reflect when you don't have Star Wars, you go see this or one or the other. So it's really, maybe it's also a love for space as well.
My personal favourite critic, Pauline Kael, called it a kid's film in the best sense. Spielberg is the son of an electrical engineer, sci-fi addict father, and a classical pianist mother. And the climax of the film, he does justice to both. Under the French scientist's direction, the Earthlings are ready with a console, and they greet the great craft with an oboe solo variation on the 5-note theme. The craft answers in the deep tuba tones. The dialogue becomes blissfully garrulous, and with a light flooding out of the windows on this ominous airship, it's the New York skyscrapers all lighted up on a summer night. There is a conversational duet, the music of the spheres. This is one of the peerless moments in movie history, spiritually reassuring, magical, and funny at the same time. Very few movies ever hit upon the combination of fantasy and amusement of Wizard of Oz, but perhaps in a plainer, down-home way. She loved this movie.
Yeah.
Good for her. Good for her. Good for her. Ray Bradbury declared it the greatest science fiction ever made.
Yeah, wow.
Obviously, you watched it before.
What, Star Wars?
Interstellar.
Interstellar.
Just kidding. I'm not an Interstellar fan, guys. I'm not an Interstellar fan. Close Encounters had flawless wonder, such as the first film ever made, calling it a tribute to the richness of human imagination. I'm telling you, people love this.
Yeah, they know.
It might be inspired by Disney, but Spielberg never replenishes these practical and his eye for everyday detail. So true.
It's brilliant. True. It's brilliant filmmaking, to be honest.
Columbia gave money for Spielberg to produce a special edition, which he did, and that's the version we watched. So it's slightly different.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Okay, so nominations. Spielberg got nominated for this. Never got nominated for Jaws, but he got nominated for Best Picture. This didn't. Best Supporting Actress, Melinda Dillon. She's great in this movie.
Yeah.
Best Art Direction for Joe Alves and Dan Lomini set direction. Didn't win. You know why. Vilmos Sigmos won for Best Cinematography. Michael Kahn was nominated. John Williams was nominated. Best Sound nominated. Best Visual Effects nominated. And Special Achievement for Sound Editing went to Frank Warner.
Oh.
So there you go.
Good for him, yeah.
Good for him. Let's go into the 50th categories, which we've already covered. We've covered twice with Any Hall and
Star Wars.
John Williams won for original score.
To be nominated twice.
I want to talk about best song.
Crazy.
Best song. All right. So this is some great bangers here.
Show me.
The Rescuers. Someone's Waiting for You. The Rescuers. Great song. The Slipper and the Rose. The story of Cinderella.
Okay.
Pete's Dragon. Great song.
Yeah.
You Light Up My Life, which is a banger, ended up winning the Academy Award, but the best song, and it should have won the Academy Award because it is one of the greatest songs of all time. And I think I mentioned it last time we did NAL, but I don't care. The Spy Who Loved Me. Nobody does it better.
Oh, no, I like that song.
Yeah, when Carol Bayer Sager sings,
Nobody does it better. Yeah.
When she sings The Spy Who Loved Me, getting that into that second verse.
Yeah, because it's always
complicated.
It's always tough to get the name of the movie into the song. Sometimes it's really easy. Other times you're like, how's it gonna go? And
So best picture nominations: Turning Point, Star Wars, Julia, The Goodbye Girl, Annie Hall, no Close Encounters, but Steven Spielberg got nominated.
Would you think Close Encounters should have been nominated? You take out one of those movies.
I haven't seen Julia or The Turning Point, so I can't. But The Goodbye, you know what? The Goodbye Girl is better than this movie. I love that movie.
I think
the
reason it's not. I think the reason it's not
Star Wars. Yeah,
but I would have preferred it because I think Star Wars and Close Encounters are better competition for Best Picture.
Yeah,
and then also. Annie Hall.
I love how they give out.
It.
Calm down.
I
love how they give out awards for when they really want to acknowledge a good film, like Special Achievement Award, Star Wars, Special Achievement Award for Sound Effects, Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Oh, kind of like like the Golden Globe one where it's like best box office achievement they've just put in there.
Well, they did it for Judy Garland with Wizard of Oz and stuff like that. They gave her.
Well, that's a junior Oscar.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
They did that.
I'm just saying.
That's different.
No,
she should have deserved a proper one.
We all
know she should have.
Reaction to this film recently: IMDb 7.6, Rotten Tomatoes 91, and Letterboxd 3.8.
IMDb, interesting.
Hannah.
Yeah.
Every Thursday on the channel, we do a little segment called Clickbait Hot Takes. And last week we did our Oscar predictions, which I fared terribly. But I don't care. I go from the heart. And I always give you my heart here on this podcast. Hannah, what is your hottie hot take for Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
The heartless person. My hot take.
Wow.
My hot take is that you can love a director, but you don't have to love every single one of their films.
Sure.
This is a film I don't like one itty bit. I don't like anything about this film.
You don't like anything about this film?
I love Steven Spielberg as a director, and I can tell through watching this movie his DNA all throughout. His fingerprints are everywhere. He's great. He's great. Phenomenal. I just can never wrap my head around, I think it's mainly UFOs, like space. When it comes to government trying to cover it up and people trying to uncover it, him completely consumed by it, and then not caring about his family and stuff.
That is the big thing. I've seen you like sci-fi movies before.
Yeah.
But when a family person or a male does something very poorly to a family or someone of the opposite sex, you are against them.
If it was a woman, I'd be less against it. You are right.
Are against them. And 100%. 100%.
It's a family man.
You say, sci-fi. No.
Well, because I'm okay. In an Interstellar, he does it for his family. There's the thought of him coming back.
Hate when guys do this, and that's what's lost you on this movie.
And another thing...
And when he was crazy in the house, it completely lost you.
Well, not only that, it was also... I didn't care for when the child got abducted by, the mum going crazy trying to protect her child. I didn't really care for that.
I'll say something.
It's crazy.
Children get abducted all the time.
Yeah.
By aliens?
Well, yeah. We don't know.
But I'm telling you, that's what you've got it in for, this movie.
And then the government are so ridiculously... I just hate them. I hate them so much. The US Army scientist thing. Like, when the movie starts and it's focusing on these two interesting scientists, like the translator, who, by the way, I'm also a cartographer, but
You know who that translator is? He played a great character in West Wing. He played the film producer / head of the studio that raises money for the Bartlett campaign.
That's right.
That's sort of supposed to be Jeffrey Katzenberg. So, or David Geffen. It's one of the two. But yeah, so that guy he's that guy.
It's ridiculous. But yeah, like, you have this interesting, these planes that went missing, and you're like, okay, it's weird. And then it jumps, and it's like, okay, the hometown feel of, like, a guy and sees UFOs, and he's gone crazy.
Have you seen Super 8? The J.J. Abrams movie?
No.
It's got young Elle Fanning in that movie.
Yeah.
And it gives a lot of that vibes. You can tell J.J. Abrams, because he worked with Spielberg on that movie. You can tell J.J. Abrams watched this movie. There's a lot of those vibes on this
I don't know. Like, and I don't love the ending either with the aliens themselves.
Do you know what? That's what, when it comes down to it, and when I watched this originally, the aliens, I laughed when I first saw this movie when I was a kid.
Like,
the aliens are, have you ever watched that movie Paul?
Yeah, Paul.
They look like...
I think Paul's supposed to imitate those aliens.
I think so. The aliens lose it for me.
It's funny because, like, you look at Star Wars, which is this year, and they do have, like, a few odd, like, there's a guy just wearing a werewolf mask in the back, but Star Wars eventually becomes such a big thing that that becomes, like...
It's funny how, like...
really important.
I don't know if you've ever seen the movie The Day the Earth Stood Still, and the alien that comes in takes on human form. Far more menacing than what the aliens are. I think those aliens weren't menacing. I think you needed a little bit of menacing about them.
But they were.
You got to have the believability that these guys could.
It was more menacing when you were just a ship blinking.
I know.
Yeah,
agreed.
It's also with ET.
Where they go,
or you make aliens lovable.
Wow. Yeah.
Whereas like
Grogu.
ET is Grogu, or just like
Baby Yoda.
They're not interesting because I think they look so store bought.
Yeah.
So maybe a little.
But when it comes down to it, your problem with this movie is Richard Dreyfuss is leaving his family, and we all know it. All Alice's know it.
I don't care for the storyline of this dynamic. All right. I don't know. I'm a family man kind of gal. Yep. I'm a family guy.
Okay. So
your hot take, good sir.
My hot take is, like, a huge fan of Sugarland Express. Great movie. First movie. Also The Jewel, which is a TV movie. But this let's say his second and third films, what a 1-2 punch from Spielberg. He started off strong. Wow. His next movie, not so successful. The comedy about Japanese attacking Los Angeles, not as successful. But this is a good 2-3 from old Steven Spielberg.
You think he's really good?
The only other person that could compete with this second movie into third movie would be Francis Ford Coppola. He did Godfather 1 into the conversation. Yeah,
you're talking about great director starts.
Yeah, great director starts,
Jaws and this, you go, wow, pow. I like...
Nolan's is Memento into...
No, it wasn't Insomnia. Because Insomnia...
It is Insomnia.
It was following...
No.
Oh, that doesn't count.
That's first.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying 2-3.
Okay, 2-3.
2-3 is Memento into Insomnia.
Yeah.
That's
Insomnia.
2-3. Yeah.
What's Coogler's? What was Ryan Coogler's? It was...
Coogler's is Creed into Black Panther.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
that's a good twosome. That's a good twosome.
I was like, that's an amazing twosome.
Quentin Tarantino's is Pulp Fiction into Jackie Brown. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Scorsese's.
Scorsese's.
Scorsese's is Taxi Driver.
Yep.
Taxi Driver. That's his third film. Yeah.
It's the Taxi Driver and the New York. Is it the New York one? I
think it's Mean Streets in Taxi Driver. I think that's his
1-2 punch. Yeah, it's like two. Like, yeah, okay, maybe not the first. Yeah, you go.
I think it's right up there with his he'd be right up there with the second and third best.
I mean, Steven Spielberg has like one of those things where he just comes out swinging with like, like he'll have a stretch of just like, oh my God, each movie there is like a hit. It's so perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. He had this great punch combo. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think Scorsese's is Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore and Boxcar Bertha. So I'll probably say Spielberg's better than that.
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino is pretty good. He has a pretty good two.
Let's
know your second and third movie. Probably Ryan Coogler is probably the best.
I told you. I was like thinking about that too.
Pretty good.
He's kind of
Paul Thomas Anderson's.
yeah.
He's got a good one. He's got. I think it's Hard 8. I think. Let me just
PTA,
double check.
yeah.
PTA. Yeah. Well.
Oh, he had. Yeah. I mean, he had.
Yeah. Well, I think he.
I love it comes up his little Oscar.
Yeah, it's good. It's
just so you
just searching this way.
Just so he knows. Yeah.
Hard 8 was his first movie.
Yeah.
So his second movie would have been Boogie Nights into Magnolia. That is a good 2-3. That's a good 2-3.
Well.
That's right up there with Coogler.
Most known, yeah.
Yeah. So there's some good. It's good second and third movies.
Yeah, the 1-2 punch. Okay.
The
2-3.
2-3 punch. 2-3 punch.
The 1-2 uppercut.
So yeah, Spielberg, great second and third movie.
Yeah.
Let's get on to Pete and Hannah's review. We'll start with a scene breakdown brought to you by Hannah.
Break it down.
Break it down.
Right.
Now we know you don't like this movie, so this will be an interesting scene breakdown.
Yeah.
Be interesting.
All right. So.
True or false?
Set the scene.
True or false?
What?
True or false first?
True or false?
Did you fall asleep in this movie?
Yeah, I did. 100%. When I woke up again, so that's a good sign. It wasn't like there are some movies in this world.
I'm gonna be honest.
I fall asleep in.
I think you were too old to watch this movie for the first time.
Yeah, probably have to watch it as a young child, similar to like E.T. maybe.
Yeah.
There are some movies you're supposed to watch young, so you can be amazed by it.
Yeah, I remember watching this movie as a kid, and I liked it a lot more.
I'm going to be honest. I think I'd still, as a kid, I didn't like those type of characters that Richard Dreyfuss plays.
It's not sci-fi. I told you. It's not sci-fi.
Well, yeah.
It's because of what he did at the end of this movie.
I think it was all the way through, but continue with the end of the movie.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Set the scene. It's 1977.
Sure.
We're in the desert as scientists.
Are we in the desert?
We're in the desert. As scientist Claude Lacombe and his interpreter and / cartographer, because you need to know he's a cartographer because this will be used later. This random information. David and the team arrive almost seeing this brand new 1945 naval aircraft plane.
So this is
that vanished over the Bermuda Triangle in World War II.
Okay, so this is a great premise for a movie.
It just starts and you're like,
great
whoa.
Premise. Like planes went missing all the time.
And then show up.
Just show up out of nowhere. That is a cool premise for a movie.
It's a cool and they are they are truly how did it get here?
It's completely two different movies, isn't it?
The shift as we go to Indiana.
It's huge. It's a two different movies.
Yeah, I would prefer the movie to focus on the military, but I get why we don't because
Spielberg's all about heart.
It's the heart, and a lot of people want the heart.
Yeah,
with
just
their
like
movie.
in Jaws, Roy Scheider is the heart of that movie.
Yeah, it's important. It's important.
Yeah.
It's very important. Yeah, he does put the heart in, like having the kids in Jurassic Park, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, you get the Sam Neill.
You get the adults,
parents,
but then you get the kids because it brings it all together like a family film should.
I'll give you that.
Yeah. Then we meet the small 3-year-old child named Barry who wakes up, finds his toys and his record player just turned on by themselves, playing around.
That is a really cool scene.
And there's baby.
I really like that bit of the movie.
His storytelling elements are fascinating.
So good, and the little clever little things about the toys sort of having a mind of itself. It's very cool. What doesn't work for me is the next scene where you learn about Richard Dreyfuss and how he's the kids are just maniacs.
Yeah, because he's a terrible parent.
There's no
Do you want
way.
to bring up Fablemans or like his reflection of how the children are?
Babes.
Just
I just want to bring up something when it comes to parenting.
Yeah.
Back then in the 70s and 80s, there's no way parents were like that with kids. Like no way in hell. The loose rein that the parents have on these kids, it just wouldn't have happened in the 70s and 80s. There's no loose rein on.
This guy does not care about his family.
There's no loose rein on kids. Just none.
Anyway, so young Barry goes downstairs. He sees his fridge has been ransacked, and he goes to follow the trail of like food. His mother, Julian, stops him, brings him back inside because, he's like kind of compelled to go a certain way.
Yeah, well, it's like the aliens are drawing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Roy, who's at home with his family, he's teaching his son fractions using his model train set. And it's kind of psychotic the way he's, like, if this car hits it, how much does it need to get across before, all these people die?
And then he's, like, trying to convince
his
children to go see Pinocchio.
Well, his wife wants to
do something.
Yeah, let's all be more present. Let's go. He agrees, and he's like, we go see Pinocchio or golf, and the kids want to do golf, even though he goes, all this bad stuff will happen if we do golf. They choose golf because why wouldn't they want to do that? Don't give them a choice.
I'm telling you, if I was given that choice back then, 100 million% choose the movie.
By the way, also, he's like talking about Pinocchio as this like nice film. A film where a kid gets kidnapped and kids get kidnapped by a guy and turned into donkeys and then are slaves on an island called Pleasure Island, I believe. Yeah.
Weird guy creating a kid out of nothing. Yeah, it's...
the Pinocchio himself.
Yeah. That's some weird stuff.
It's a weird movie, guys.
It's a weird movie.
It's not really fun.
I know. That's a scary movie.
And so, but the lights go out and there's a blackout across town. So Roy, being the electrical lineman, goes to investigate.
Yeah.
And while driving, he notices the flying saucers themselves. UFOs.
Does he?
Which are incredibly fast. And when they fly over his truck, he actually gets sunburn on half his face. Which I really love it because they reflect light.
Yeah, it's so good.
I love that detail.
But what about like the cop car chasing it and then the cop car
cop's car's chasing it with Roy.
And then it's not even like, whoo.
Because you're not even noticing there's no road. And he just flies off.
Yeah.
Of course, the UFOs fly off in the distance and he's not able to capture them. More stuff about the military because they've discovered another sort of missing aircrafts. And so they are ramping up the investigation.
Yeah.
It's a real thing now.
Yeah.
Roy is immediately fascinated and consumed by the UFOs.
Yeah.
That his behavior alienates his family and friends, neighbors.
Yeah.
Loses his job.
Yeah. And
he imagines, like, he's getting these images of a sort of mountain structure calling to him, and he starts, like, building little models of it.
Yeah. Until it becomes big models.
I know.
The scene where he's throwing stuff into the house is just absolutely chaos. Like his wife is really against him, and then he's in the shower and he's really struggling to like deal with what's going on, and then he comes to, and he apologizes, and then he loses it again, and she wakes up and goes, okay, I'm sorry that we had a fight. And then he goes, what's going on here? And he's throwing bricks in the house. He's throwing dirt in the house. Like, he is really going hard. Yeah.
While little Barry and his mother are drawing pictures of this mountain too. Mm-hmm. And a bright light appears bathing the house, and they come to take little Barry. His mother starts to, tries to stop them by, like, shutting out the light. But Barry makes his way through the dog door, drawn to the light. And his mother tries to run after, but they've already taken off with him. He's been abducted. Roy and many others go to a meeting held by, like, the military officials. And
how does he get invited?
So all these random people who have seen the UFO get invited, including, unfortunately, Julian, who reporters are like, oh, la,
it's funny how when you have these movies where people don't believe the person is sort of outspoken about it, but there's like so many witnesses to this thing at the start.
They bring all these witnesses, but they also bring a witness who's like, I've seen Bigfoot.
Wow,
So you bring in a crazy to make their whole
what
scenario.
Like JFK, when he's like trying to say that, there's conspiracies behind it.
And then people bring up random conspiracies.
Random conspiracies,
Yes.
You always get brought down by the ones,
They immediately shut down UFOs being real at all, and the meeting goes nowhere. Roy has dinner with his family where he turns his mashed potatoes into a little mountain again.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, famous scene of Homer turning his mashed potatoes into a circus
tent
because he wants to go to clown college.
It always brought us back to Simpsons with you.
I always do, and it was the highlight of this film.
Yeah.
He's dejected and consumed by the UFOs. That he locks himself in the bathroom. His wife's upset. They yell at each other. The kids even yell at him.
Yeah. The kids are like, this guy's
They
a loser.
hate him. They're scared of him.
Yeah.
They hate him. And he tries to put his life back together the next morning, but then he gets the urge to build a bigger mountain.
Yeah.
And steals dirt, chicken wire, builds the mountain inside their house, and that's the last straw. Like his wife and kids leave.
Just kicking.
They're done.
Yeah.
So back to the scientists of it all. They continue to investigate the UFO.
Yeah.
And they found that there was a kind of 5-tone sound. That
the famous John
and
Williams
they
tone.
try to figure out, where it's, connected to. And then, who but Lawson eventually recognizes it as coordinates because he's a cartographer, guys.
Yeah.
Those are coordinates.
And where is the...
And it's at Devil's Tower
in
Wyoming. And yes, like a weird mountain.
It is weird.
Weird mountain shape, hey?
Weird. Love a weird mountain.
So Roy thinks he's made a mistake about, everything he's done.
Yeah.
Then he sees that the U.S. Army are evacuating the area around Devil's Tower, planting false reports that the train wreck has spilled a toxic nerve gas.
Coinciding? No, I don't think so.
Which is actually, they're preparing the site for the UFOs.
Yeah.
Roy recognizes the mountain, so does Jillian, and so they make their way.
Yeah.
Roy travels where he manages to pick up Jillian all the way. And they try to make it to the mountain only for the army to intercept them. And then they are questioned.
Yeah.
Lacombe interviews Roy, who is unable to explain his compulsion, like his need to go to visit the aliens, to be here.
Yeah.
And while the others who try to get into the army base are escorted away, Roy and Jillian escape. Great work, guys.
Great work, guys. Great work,
and
guys.
eventually reach the mountain. So they're hiding up in the mountain, watching as the whole military and scientists prepare for the UFO to appear. The specialists begin to communicate as, they show up using the light and sound system. An enormous mothership appears and convenes, and it's freaky. Like, you think something bad's going to happen here if they say something wrong. A hatch opens, and all the humans and animals and people who have not aged since they left, but all the missing people have come back. The World War II pilots and all these, and then even little Barry comes, and you see Roy went down because that's where he needs to be, but Jillian waited till he saw her son, and she picked him up. And immediately
how do you reckon he
started leaving.
convinces Truffaut's character to let him on that ship?
Because Truffaut's character wants to be the one that Roy is. Like, he is being called.
Yeah.
And he knows that's how it works. And he wasn't the one.
That's
and
true.
he knows that Roy is.
Yeah.
And so he gives him the pass.
And he convinces everyone to let Roy go. Yeah.
All these, so they had all these qualified people who were going to go.
Yeah.
And then they added Roy in last minute, then to suit up. But, out of all these people, the aliens came. They looked a little weird.
Yeah.
They look like children in alien masks, unfortunately.
Yeah.
They look at Roy and they're like, that's the guy.
That's the
and
guy.
they just start holding his hand and just take him to the ship.
Ruin a family.
He doesn't care.
He has no care factor of the family.
And then they joins the ship. Kind smiles. Everyone seems okay with what's happening here.
Yeah.
Everyone's okay. And ship, closes up shop, takes up to the sky.
Okay, Hen.
That's our alien friends. Ciao.
Reasons to see Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
I mean, it's brilliant direction. It's Steven Spielberg. It's a Steven Spielberg great piece of work. I know a lot of people may love the connection between, because you can be like absentee fathers, like the whole connecting it to alien abduction. Like, it's a really interesting plot device.
Sure.
I think it gets lost because I would have preferred a movie that was a little bit more alien thrilling with the scientists, because I thought they were
Well, it's
far more interesting.
It's two different movies.
I felt they were far more interesting.
There were so many writers on this movie.
I just don't like these type of characters.
Reason or two, you don't like what Richard Dreyfuss did.
I love Fableman, so. I don't know how to explain this.
Oh, man.
The way that he goes years and years later and he rewrites
such a conundrum.
he rewrites history.
Does it deserve to be... Did it deserve to be on the original list?
Yeah, well, it got replaced with
Saving Private
Ryan, which, as a war film, oh, damn. Yeah. And they kept E.T. I think if you wanted to, like, I personally probably would choose E.T. over it, because I like E.T. a little bit better.
Yeah.
And I found some of it's really interesting.
Yeah, you like the father written out of the movie instead of...
We just cut it out entirely.
Are you surprised this movie didn't make the second time list?
I'm not surprised. But I could see it swapped out for this goes over E.T., vice versa, because as his sci-fi movies go. But I will say his new movie coming out, which is called Disclosure Day, has a lot of feelings, vibes of this movie.
You know what else had vibes of this movie?
Yeah.
The one with Tom Cruise.
Minority Report? You're going to bring up Minority?
No.
What? What's the other one? Tomorrow with the war movie.
War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
I'm a fan because Tom Cruise
Tom Cruise
and Dakota Fanning hanging out together.
I don't like those type of movies.
Would you buy this movie on Blu-ray?
I'd only own it to own Steven Spielberg movies. 100%. I wouldn't own it.
He's a director. You got to have the collection for it.
Yeah.
Would you watch this movie again? Oh, I can honestly say you will never watch this movie again.
I'm good.
And rating for this movie?
It feels so hard. I just want to give it a golf clap and call it a day. Like, I don't like the movie.
Yeah, well...
I don't like it at all.
Well, that's pretty much...
It's like a golf clap movie.
Yeah, it is.
Because I know other people are going to like it, but I can't willingly give it a banger or a classic because I don't think it reaches
This movie
that
is one of those
potential.
movies that's forgotten because of what the year of movies it was.
I think, because you have Star Wars.
Yeah.
But then you also...
But not only that.
I think it's forgotten because when it comes to sci-fi, we've had excellent pieces of work in the genre.
This is true.
We've had, like, 2001: A Space Odyssey is a much better film.
It is.
Questionable. I don't know why I said that. I
No.
said that out loud. Anyway.
No, you do, because you like that movie.
I do. I don't like the ending, but I do like that movie.
Well,
and then other, like, the sci-fi dystopian genre also gets really interesting with things like, what do you call it? Blade Runner and stuff. Like, because...
Blade Runner in this?
No, but I meant the sci-fi dystopian genre. Because if sci-fi is very expansive, this is a sci-fi movie because it deals with aliens.
Movie. Yeah, it's aliens. They're not my aliens, baby.
They're not my aliens.
Give me Independence Day. That's my alien.
Give me a Jabba the Hutt any day.
Wow.
When he was played by a person.
When he's played by a human being.
Yeah.
Hannah, that is it for today's show. Next week on AFI Redux, we're going to look at the John Ford directed John Wayne classic Stagecoach from 1939.
Wow.
And we get to talk about how racist John Wayne was again.
Well, yeah, we don't like that guy.
What a pleasure.
We don't like that guy, but 1939, what a year.
What a year in film. Hannah, thank you.
That's me.
That's you. No. Hannah's you. Me, Pete.
Me, Pete.
Long live cinema. And until we meet again, it's bye for now.
Bye.